Let's talk about Cutthroat. Why I didn't continue, my original plan to continue Cutthroat, and a special announcement at the end. Cutthroat Pokemon is probably one of the best things that's happened to me in my life. You know, I am a full-time content creator right now, and without Cutthroat Pokemon, that probably just wouldn't be the case. It is an amazing opportunity that I had to make these productions and has led me to make a living off of what makes me happy and what I love to do. So why did I stop making it? Well, to put it plain and simply, I got burnt out. Cutthroat Pokemon, Cutthroat Mario Kart, the whole Cutthroat universe, these are really hard productions to make. I don't need to tell you that. I don't think that's a shocker or anything. But creatively, it is incredibly taxing, especially when we try to make a new season of Cutthroat every time we want to try and elevate the project and not just recycle everything. We want to give you new ideas, things that are interesting and engaging to keep the series alive and new. And I think we've done a great job of that all the way up to and including season 4. I think season 4 was like peak Cutthroat for the time, you know, in terms of all of the ideas that we had, the production value. It really came out amazing. And when I was sitting there after Cutthroat season 4, though, I was thinking to myself, how do we bring this to the next level? And, you know, I felt myself struggling, you know, trying to think of how can we get more out of this idea that people really love? And I felt myself, quite frankly, just exhausted at that idea. An analogy that I like to use for Cutthroat is with two of my favorite shows of all time, The Simpsons and SpongeBob SquarePants. If you know those shows, then you probably know where I'm going with this. And it is the declining quality of those shows. The Simpsons after season 10-ish, SpongeBob after season 4-ish, or I guess after season 3 maybe, they went downhill a lot. They definitely had a fall from grace. And a large reason for that is because of the departure of the original staff and writing crew of those shows. And I realized that if I wanted to continue Cutthroat and not make unreasonable sacrifices to my mental health and my livelihood, that I would need to have more people involved and take a step back myself to continue it. Or I could keep doing it, like I said, but honestly, if I kept doing it, I kind of would have been miserable in the moment, and there would be that satisfaction of making Cutthroat and that happiness that I give other people, but realistically, if I wanted to keep that going, the best option would probably be to bring on a bigger team. And I did not want to see my show turn into The Simpsons and SpongeBob, where having the original person, the original source of creativity, not be as big of a part of it, and that leads to a decline in quality. I don't know if that's too abstract or not, but essentially, I didn't want Cutthroat to have a fall from grace. I really do think that Cutthroat Season 4 was a next level above Cutthroat Pokemon Season 3. And I don't want Season 5 to feel like, like, okay, it's Cutthroat. It's good. But it's not great. And that's the thing. I could keep making Cutthroats. I could have. Because that would have been the financially smart thing to do, which is why SpongeBob and The Simpsons are still running, because that's the financially smart thing to do for their parent companies, is to keep the shows alive. And I could have done that. But I didn't, because I really like the note that we finished on with season 4, you know? And it's with that I want to shift gears into something that I haven't really talked about much. And that was my original plan to continue Cutthroat. So after Cutthroat Pokemon Season 3, we did Cutthroat Mario Kart. And that came out fantastic, by the way. Probably the most underrated piece of content that I've made. Go and watch that if you haven't. Cutthroat Mario Kart is fantastic. And that really was a beta run for what I wanted to do with Cutthroat. And that was make a separate YouTube channel. The 4th Gen Gamer is its own entity, and Cutthroat Productions is its own separate entity, and make different Cutthroat projects based on different franchises. And I still think there's a lot of potential there for that. You know, people really liked Cutthroat Mario Kart. The people that watched it were definitely really into it. And that went really well. Like, honestly. And you can even see that in the Cutthroat Twitter brand, which is @WatchCutthroat. You know, I was trying to build Cutthroat out as its own brand, and maybe even license out the series and like hire directors from respective communities to make a Cutthroat. So like, for example, maybe I bring on Liquid Wi-Fi, who has the world record for The Simpsons Hit and Run, and he produces Cutthroat The Simpsons Hit and Run for the Cutthroat Productions YouTube channel, and bring in people from like the Mario community to do Mario games, and you know, have it be this whole big thing. And honestly, it's because of everyone's support on Patreon that made me realize like maybe we can make this into something like ginormously big. And that was a real possibility. And if you liked Cutthroat Mario Kart, then that was really kind of a taste of that. But the truth is that the reason that that did not come to fruition was the same reason that I stopped Cutthroat. And it was that burnout, that fatigue, that creative fatigue of doing the same idea over and over and over again, and just iterating so much that you're so taxed about it, that the inspiration kind of fell out of my brain, I guess, so to speak. You know, I'm ready to move on to another project. And you also have that element of, well, if Cutthroat Super Mario Galaxy came out, and, you know, I only have this much of a role in it, what would that quality be like? Would it be good? Would it be bad? You know, that's scary. And at the end of the day, I just don't want to lose that core vision that I had deep down inside me about Cutthroat, because, and this just makes me so happy, the way that Cutthroat ended up turning out is exactly like how I envisioned it many, many years ago. And the fact that that is the format that blew up and did really well, it always just makes me so happy. And it's always just something that I'm so grateful for. So, yeah. That's some spicy information. I really did want to do Cutthroat in like insane ways and insane formats. And who knows, maybe someday that will come to light again. If I feel a fire under me to bring back Cutthroat in some crazy format. If you want to see more Cutthroat, I mean, I would say let me know in the comment section, but I'm sure you're all like, yes, bring back Cutthroat. Which I appreciate. But at the end of the day, it's just not the right time. It's not the right place. And it's not the right creative headspace for me right now. And that leads me into my final point of this video, my special announcement. And I'll give you guys a little classified information. I have a major announcement on Saturday, this Saturday, the 16th. It is my biggest announcement ever. I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. I cannot understate this enough, how massive this announcement is. I had another vision for a show like Cutthroat. It is not Cutthroat. And this is not me making this video saying it's not Cutthroat and then, oh my god, it's Cutthroat. Like, no, it's not Cutthroat. I am going to be announcing it on Saturday. And it is actually the craziest thing I've done in my life. And just to quantify how big that this is, I have taken a lot out of my life savings for this. and the production budget for this show is 3 times the size of Cutthroat Pokemon Season 4. And that, if you watch Season 4, I don't know if you could tell, but that had a pretty big budget across the graphics and the team and the scale of it. So you're going to want to keep an eye out for that, because if you liked Cutthroat Pokemon, I really think that you will like what I have in store for you this weekend. It's going to be crazy. I've been working on it for a long time, and this is sort of like my spiritual successor to Cutthroat. It is not Cutthroat. Just want that to be clear one more time. But to me, in terms of the process and the creative energy that I put into Cutthroat, this is the spiritual successor. And I just cannot wait to share it with you all. Later this week, it's going to be the 16th. If you want to catch it live, it will be on Twitch at 12 p.m. Eastern. So set your reminder apps, open your calendars. You're going to want to be there because the energy when it's released live is just amazing. And, you know, if you don't watch it live, it will be on YouTube like right after. So if you watch on YouTube, that's fine. But yeah, that's that pretty much. Exciting things are to come, like really exciting things. Like this, you guys will have to wait and see. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, make sure you hit the bell so you know when that announcement comes out. Peace.